Hi, welcome to our little presentation on qap+. This presentation is supposed to give you an impression on the qap+ system and its effects. If you're interested at the end, you might contact us for further information. It is important to know that the region we are at home with the systematic is in Switzerland, Austria and Germany, so we are open and looking for international cooperation. qap+ provides you with a unique expert system, which is like a mirror, where you can look at your organization and you can see how fit you are. qap+ interprets the excellence model of the EFQM and fills in content in 5 levels of quality. This content, we call these pages aspects, reflects on the one hand side on the model and on the other to the working reality of the people. So the model becomes clear, meaningful and manageable, and people of all levels can participate in the self-assessment. qap+ describes 5 levels of quality, from regular practice to the abstract utopia of best practice and best theory. Now you will see some of the qap+ functionalities. At the top you see the aspect of the excellence model in the original wording. Underneath there's shown a description what this aspect is about. Below that you see those 5 levels of quality. Their content reflects the model aspect and shows specific criteria which separate average organizations from leaders. Level 1 shows a quality like it is often reality in average organizations. Level 5 is like the North Star. It shows the way but you never will reach it. And 3 levels in between with increasing requirements. qap+ aspects only reflect 2 dimensions of the radar logic, the approach and its implementation. Maybe you are missing the other ones. To smooth the process, qap+ outplaced others in a separate aspect, so you only assess them one time per criteria. As you see in the working menu, there is additional information added, like examination requirements, documentation requirements, references like literature and internet links, samples or standards. These tabs only show up if there is content in. Here you have a section of the overview of all aspects. As you can see, there are 3 levels of content. The X-point level is used for the EFQM criteria. The X.X level contains the EFQM criterion parts. This is the level which needs to be assessed by the management team to get the overall view. And there is an additional level, with the numbering X.X.X, where optional sub-aspects are placed. These you can assess if you think you profit from them. They differentiate the EFQM criterion parts and refine your results. The 3rd level can contain up to 50 optional sub-issues per parent aspect. They are designed for self-assessment purposes of people at their working places. This is an example of a 3rd level aspect. In the bottom you see that it is possible to print out these aspects. This is necessary if not all people have access to a computer or hesitate to use it or other reasons. In these cases people work paper-based and the results will be fed into the system during the team workshop. This view gives you an impression what can be realized in a specific industry version. Here you see some aspects of the version Nursery Homes Germany. With more than 250 aspects, 2000 titles in the bibliography, 300 internet links and 400 professional standards. And in addition there's lots of information to prepare for official examinations. So people can have a look to the official documentation and examination requirements while they do the assessment. In this way, the requirements got checked during the process and findings give the impulse for improvement. There is a specific methodology which is used with qap+. This is a step-by-step approach which guarantees a maximum of effect. This methodology has only 3 rules: reduces conflict, enhances exchange and communication. It supports teamwork and prepares for change. Assessing against the expert system results in learning during an interesting process. To assess an qap+ aspect is quite simple. You read and work from left to right. You tick the check boxes which content you see fulfilled or realized in your organization. After saving your assessment, the score is shown right away. There is a specific methodology which is used with qap+. This is a step-by-step approach which guarantees a maximum of effect. This methodology has only 3 rules: reduces conflict, enhances exchange and communication. It supports teamwork and prepares for change. Assessing against the expert system results in learning during an interesting process. So step by step or aspect by aspect, you find out the status of your organization, its strengths and potentials. And while doing that, you also create ideas for improvement. Because you do this together with your colleagues, change is started as a natural process. After assessing the status, you are asked to give evidence for your assessment. You just write them down in your words. Documents can be added later. In the same form, you document the strengths, potentials and ideas of improvement which came into your mind while assessing. At the end of this assessment process, you can print out an individual assessment report with your scoring and all your findings. After the individual assessment, whether on the platform or paper-based, the team workshop is taking place. Exchange based on the individual assessment and the evidences supports transparency and understanding. There is no need for consensus during this team workshop. During the team workshop, only the moderator has access to the platform. All individual scores and findings can be fed into the team assessment. You see the scoring of all team members. You can compare, reflect, feedback, explain and argue by evidences. If anybody wants to change his score at the end, no problem. At the end of the team workshop, you can get a team assessment report, which shows the team score and all findings. The team score is the average of the individual scores. By the way, the team workshop is a kind of filter during the process and turns individual findings to team findings. Only those access to the overall organizational result. The mandatory aspects reflect the criteria and criterion parts of the excellence model. They all should be assessed to receive a complete picture of the organization's status. But whatever you score and whatever you decide to do or not to do is only by decision of your organization and its values and priorities. So there are no shackles. At any time you are able to have a look to the overall scoring result of the organization. This report shows and consolidates the scoring on the different levels of the model. Finally, you can see here an evidence for the accuracy of the qap+ approach. A regional government in Italy decided to give public money to adult training organizations only by the quality these organizations show in their performance. QAP, in a former version, has been used as the measurement criterion. On this table you see the correlations of the results of 3 independent working assessors. To almost reach a correlation of 0.9 is a tremendous result and shows the high accuracy of the system. QAP+ today is existing in some industry-specific versions. To adopt new industries or sectors is a comprehensible effort. Why? About 80 to 85% of the existing versions can be copied without changes. 15 to 20% needs to be replaced. Our specialists now have 15 years of experience to adopt new content, but we do not have the insight to other industries, so this must be a cooperative process. But you can already start assessing while these adoptions are done in the back office. In summary, we can state, qap+ is a valuable instrument to do self-assessment, to enhance teamwork, communication and transparency. It produces accurate results which are delivered together with relevant evidences and ideas of improvement. It is easy but very effective. Now, thank you for your attention, and we will be happy to answer your questions.